This field was home to legends like Bellino and Staubach, the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, and home to the Midshipmen of Navy. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on a team from the AAC, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Navy's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here comes the quarterback. And one thing you know for sure with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback is not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
Now on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loses 3. Second down.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Now on the option. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Coming after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Navy will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got great speed. So Utah State's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Dances away from the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Aggies moving quickly to the line.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. He doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. Got a wide open receiver. Off he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The Aggies are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Navy offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To throw, it's Horvath. They're trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes a move. Oh, he left him grabbing. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Let's see. He can block. He can catch. He can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for their quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Back to pass, it's Horvath. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a By this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Made a defender miss. Touchdown, Utah State. The special teams proving worthy of their name. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Navy will go back on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Horvat trying to get to it. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field? On display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. They'll try the run. Jukes his way for more. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Man, what an opening quarter for this offense. They've got it again, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Navy offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Oh, big juke to get past. Oh, he left him grab it again. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here comes the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw. It's Horvat. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, it's Davis. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 40, there he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Quarterback adapting. Firing to the right, complete. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
Utah State.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Navy will go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking to throw, it's Horvath. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself.
You know, quarterbacks practice ball security as well throughout the week, and he has to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball. He knows this defense is trying to rip it out. They're trying to get a hat on the football. He's lucky that he was able to recover his own fumble there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Utah State. What a grab and go for the score. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Navy offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Makes his man miss. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Navy will have to punt it away.
Number 90 on to punt it away.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. And the Aggies in the hurry up.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat-on-a-hat, opening a
touchdown, Utah State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Utah State, number 19, Hall in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Gonna let it fly. incomplete on the deep ball.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And that is no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. And Navy will go back on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He's going to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And the point after is good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Navy offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find it.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Horvat. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. his elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package, and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. Coming out with it, it's Briggs. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Getting some heat. Fires deep on the run. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! And the stomping has commenced.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Goes to the option. He'll keep it himself. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
Well, you better block, for goodness gracious. That's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was no...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Davis. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Fakes his man out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. He's got it. Touchdown, Utah State. And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Utah State, 77. Navy, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the fullback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. on the option. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB isn't a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He's got great speed. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Utah State. And the punishment has been extended.
Utah State.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Navy will go back on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Running back goes in motion. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Navy will have to punt it away.
Punt formation to kick it away.
On the move, it's Davis. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half and move.
He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? They'll power it inside with the fullback. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to pass, it's Horvat. They're bringing heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Aggies! And the pummeling has started.
And the special teams comes up special. He takes advantage. The short punt, he catches it. You can tell, does a great job using his blocks, getting north-south, getting to the end zone for the big play.
PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Navy offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. The option look. He'll do it himself. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Dances away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Quarterback moving. On the run, fires downfield. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll run the option. The pitch. Running with power. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
The back goes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Horvat. Coming after him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He gets a block. Can they catch him? He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Handoff from the gun. Finds a crease at the 20. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big...
Touchdown, Aggies! And the route is on.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. Turns it on in midfield. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Extending the play. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
They're trying to get to him, using his legs to buy some time. He's going to run it. At the 45 on his way. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's incomplete on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Hand off from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Utah State. And the stomping has commenced.
Utah State.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Horvath. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really...
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Utah State. And the beatdown has ensued.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Navy will go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Dropping back, it's Horvat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Leaves it with the back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The give to the tailback. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Aggies! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Navy offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the fourth quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? Looking to throw, it's Horvat. Feeling some heat. Complete. They get him down after he makes the catch.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have... this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. Quick step and go. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. To the air, it's Horvat. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's going to go down at the 1.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Line gets set, first down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Give to the back. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Briggs. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, the ground game. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. This Utah State offense has it going. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
And Navy will go back on the attack. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Back to throw. It's Horvath. Getting some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
This defense just asserting its will and its dominance in this game right now. That is not once, that's not twice. 3 times in a row, they've been able to get to the quarterback.
Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Running it back, it's Davis. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Utah State! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air, it's Horvath. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense,